Still looking at me.
Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you doing today? Good afternoon, and welcome back into another reaction video. It's your boy, the multitasker, Mighty Avenger, at your service. I'm doing alright so far. Another busy day as usual, but at least it is pretty warm outside and beautiful at the same time. So yeah, I guess that I don't need a heavy coat on this one, but it is pretty decent out there. So it is the beginning of spring and getting closer to summer. But as usual, there are tons of requests I'm still working on, but here's one that belongs to Storm Shadow, and it's been a while, but looks like I'm going to be reacting of an interesting interview, this is from I think it's called the Guest Booker, and he's been interviewed to none other than Al Snow, and just hearing his name just brings me nothing but memories of my old job that I used to work at, and that I see him on the daily days when he comes here as a regular customer, and I did talk to him a few little things without disturbing him, and I haven't seen him since then. I know that the man is busy, so it's a long time. But anyways, I'm going to be reacting of the title, what it's called, Al Snow Shoots on WWE PGTV. So, interesting. But without further ado, it's time to react.
Another thing we're seeing today is use the word sanitized before, PG version of a product now. I think it's probably got a lot to do with an election that's going on, but nevertheless, we're seeing a PG product now. What's your impression of this?
Well, I agree with you. I think it has a lot to do with the election, but I also think it has a lot to do with the UFC, which is again a completely asinine correlation. The success of the UFC, which is directly related to and tracked back to, and ain't just my opinion, but numerous people that are in the know, including Dana White, have all tracked it right back to Ultimate Fighter, which was a complete and total and the admitted ripoff of Tough Enough. The only reason that it was put on the air was because Spike TV had approached WWE about putting Tough Enough on the air, and they declined it, which opened the doors for Ultimate Fighter.
Oh, shit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know it.
Really?
And what is professional wrestling? It's MMA. It was the original MMA. Catch wrestling is the original MMA because they always incorporated every type of style along with martial arts and everything. Granted, it was a work, but that was what it was and still is today. But now it's just become more centered on the performance and not on the idea that they're working the actual competition. As a result, I think the PG direction is a direction in trying to make it more realistic or more realism, which is completely fucking absurd when you're still not trying to do one or other of the two things that would allow you to win. You can make it to the point where Vince McMahon sends out statements or memos and tells all the talent, hey, when somebody's throwing punches, you throw your hands up, because that's real, and you wouldn't react that way if it were real, and you wouldn't do this because it's not. But then apparently it's okay to knock the guy right back down and bend over and pick him right back up from the very place you'd have beat him. What was the point in knocking him down? When you take away that's the only relatable thing. A little bit of wrestling psychology, okay? Why do baseball, football, and basketball have such huge audiences?
Because we don't know who's going to win.
Wrong. Because everybody's played them. Even if you just played it in your backyard or in your driveway or at your family reunion, everybody's picked up a bat and hit a ball. Everybody's played, even if it's just flag football. Everybody's picked up a basketball and thrown it at a hoop, so you have a physical relationship with what's happening on the screen or what you're watching on the field. So you can appreciate how much skill, effort, so on it takes. You can understand why Michael Jordan's so incredibly great, because you've picked up a basketball and your white ass is trying to jump like he does, and you can't do it. So you go, this guy's amazing.
You should see it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's scary. Why is hockey such a much bigger sport in Canada than it is everywhere else?
Oh, shit.
Wow. Why is soccer bigger around the rest of the world than it is here? Yeah, because they play it. Why will soccer become bigger here than it is, as much as it is around the rest of the world? Because more kids are now playing it. Do you see the correlation? It's really pretty simple. Tell me one thing you physically did that was like wrestling before you ever possibly stepped in the fucking ring. You ever get thrown into the ropes? You ever take a backdrop? Most people think that the ring is a trampoline or a mattress. Trust me, I can tell you after 30 years, it ain't nowhere near either one of those two things. Don't
he's
have a
telling the
physical
truth
relationship to
that
it.
there isn't.
So what's the one consequence that you can relate to that happens in the ring? You can't relate consequentially to the physicality. You can only relate to the fact that that move will eventually lead to a possible win or loss. And when the guys go out there and bend over and pick up each person, doesn't matter how PG sanitized, how realistic you want to make it, it is completely unreal because you've taken away the one consequence of the move that anybody could relate to. Therefore, there's no consequence, there's no drama. There's no drama. There's no emotional connection. There's no emotional connection. There's no heat. Heat's what sells tickets, not your offense in the middle of the fucking match, you asshole.
Damn.
Done.
Holy shit, man. I never knew there was going to be a lot of backgrounds. I mean, it's starting to, it kind of makes sense of why WWE has become such a PG, and it gets a little silly in being hard to being that is realistic in entertainment. But I never knew, the existence of the Tough Enough, and I remember watching it. And in the UFC Ultimate Fighter, it started to come clear of why that UFC gets more attention than it is with WWE, because the fact that they wanted to have something more realistic, there would be more drama and a lot of tensions that started to flare up. Damn, and just seeing Al just lay it on like that, it's just nuts, man. I mean, that's gotta be a real harsh truth that he just, speak what he wants to express of how things is, that it kind of, quote unquote, sanitized it down like that. Cause, yeah, I mean, of course, nowadays, I mean, there will be a lot of slip ups, and I think it's the word of the botch that has been numerous times when it comes to matches that keeps slipping up or keep effing up. And before WrestleMania, if you remember, Seth Rollins went irate and just yelling, "This is bullshit," and I can instantly read the lips, and yeah, the TV programmers are trying their best to try to censor it, but we all know what he's really saying, and yeah, I think it's that I mean they need to just to leave it at, I guess, whoever just don't uncensor it. I mean, look what's happened with AEW. They get instantly get in the way with all the swearings, just a little bit, and of course the middle fingers. But I never knew. I mean, this is wild. But at least that Al's looking good. But I know that it never did say that what year that he had an interview with this. So that's all I just wanted to say for this one. But if there is any interesting informations that behind WWE or other sports entertainments like that, just let me know and I will do another reaction to it. But that's going to be it for now. But rest assured you, there are a couple more on the way. And especially there's something that I want to do something a little special, but that's going to be for in another couple of minutes or so. But if you guys do enjoy that, and if you do, let's leave it a likes and also leave the comments down below, and I will catch y'all in the next video. So take care, guys, and be safe.